Today's a 50 hour, so I'm gonna take all these shields off and we're gonna do that. Also, if you didn't see yesterday's video, I broke down. Here's what broke down. This is a tensioner that tensions this belt that runs right here. That bearing right there went out. This is your driven right here, and it drives this pulley, which drives all of this, which this runs your chopper, and then it comes over and runs your rear beater. So when that went out, my tension fell, that belt popped off, and my rear beater stopped moving, as well as my chopper. There's one right here, there, and there's one right here. This one's your wheel pump, and this one's your heat accelerator. The rest I'm gonna have to lift up the header and get underneath it for those roller bearings. Under here, there's one in there. Yeah, handy spot, right? There's one also on this side. Yeah, handy spot, huh? And there's one right here, which the grease fitting's back here. I'm gonna tackle those really quick. I don't know if MacDon changed this on the new drapers, but that is terrible to get on. We won't know on the new drapers for about another 5 years when we can afford them. But we're done with Mom's combine. Now I'm gonna go do mine. Oh, I need a new battery. So much faster. Here's the combine in a million parts still. How long have I had dirt on my face? Why don't y'all tell me this? It's not coming off. You're just gonna have to deal with it. Done so far. I gotta lift up the header and do underneath. Okay, we're done greasing. Now we're gonna take a field bath. I don't know which has more grease, the combine, me, or this camera. I mean, y'all are well lubricated, let me tell you.
I want you to sign over here.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We were on the cover of U.S. Custom Harvesters Inc. magazine. Mom took that picture. And here's us on the cover. And we have everyone sign it that's on the crew.
I got that quick.
So here's what's left of the old bearing. There's supposed to be balls around here, and yeah, it's no good. Well, John did all the hard stuff.
I did. Very proud of him.
Okay, so I'm loaded up right now full of grain because when that belt disengaged, it shut everything off, so everything's still loaded up. So when I kick the separator on, I'm gonna have to do full idle like instantly. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna turn my header on. Okay, we're all good. Big shout out to Harvest Support though for getting all the parts for us. We would still be broke down if it wasn't for them, so we're very grateful. They've been nothing but good to us. Okay, we finished the east half. Now we're gonna go move to the west half. So we're full. Cody's full. Mom's about to be full. We're gonna go outside. Dibs and I are gonna do a little walk around, see if we have a bearing out. Oh, we're getting dusted out. So this is what I mean when it's beardless. There's no beards on it. There's normally like a piece of barbed wirey stick, I guess you could call it. Kind of like this. One of these on there. But this is really hard to thrash in a rotor because with those barbs, you could grab it and flick it and it would pop the husk open and get to the seed. This you have to be really aggressive on it to get these out like that. This piece is called a husk, kind of like the outside shell. Without that little stick piece on the end, it's really hard to blow this out because this is really heavy and you kind of need this to off balance it so it can blow out. So you have a lot of husk in there as well. But yeah, this is really hard to thrash out. You can grind it up in your hands and you get that out. That's normally what's in your bin, is these hard pieces. And sometimes it doesn't get thrashed out of the head. So you have to be really aggressive on it. Well, there goes Dibs. Have I ever mentioned that Mom has a dog named Candy? I don't know if I ever mentioned that. Anyways, Mom's dog is named Candy. She doesn't like anyone other than her, so. You did what now?
My Reese's melted and I put it in my fridge and it so it changed shapes and I was trying to eat it without eating all the paper, but you know, you don't waste it. But I dropped a little piece on Candy's head. You know she has chocolate on her head.
Good gosh. He's camera shy. Finish this field. Now we're gonna pull headers off and go to the next one. So that might be the last time I cut with Mom for a while. I'm actually gonna pull off and separate from the crew and go help a farmer probably 15 to 20 miles north of here. Dad and I are going to move north about 10-15 miles to the first farmer's field. The farmer's going to be running the grain cart, so we're not going to be with Mom or Cody for a couple days, which is fine. But let's hit the road. I'm terrible at turning on the camera, but we got here, put our headers on, and it is wet out here. It is extremely wet, matter of fact. Okay, we're gonna change fields really quick because you see all those ruts? Yeah, that goes all the way back there to the corner of the field. And he doesn't want ruts, which I don't blame him. So, we're gonna empty off into this grain wagon. So he's gonna pull this gravity wagon around, we're gonna dump into it, and then we're gonna totally move fields. We're gonna let this one dry a little bit. of turning on the camera in the past hour or so, but it's alright. This one is way drier, so I'm gonna open this one up, do 2 laps around, and then cut a hole in the middle and start going back and forth and chiseling it away. Although we only have that little bitty gravity cart that I dumped on. That one only holds like 15,000 pounds. And then he's bringing a Kinsey 840 over here, and we're gonna fill that up also, which 2 binfuls will fill that up. So we're gonna get hacking away. Filled up that gravity wagon. He wanted 15 on there, and I put 10 from that other field, and then I had 7 when I did the, I had 7,000 pounds. When I say 7, I mean 7,000. 7,000 pounds when I did the turn row, just one time around. Or I couldn't fit all 7. I don't know if he wanted all 7. But I couldn't fit it all on the cart. Well, when I dumped like half of my bin. And I kind of need it to be empty so I can have scales, because he wants to scale out his Wii. He doesn't have scales on his green cart, but there's scales on here, so like I'm kind of the scale dude now, rather than Cody being the scale dude. So trial and error. I'm about to finish these turn rows, and then I'll start going back and forth and cover some acres. So when we cut to the end, we should have enough to fill that grain cart, and again, that gravity wagon's full. So when we get to the end, we're probably going to be stopping for tonight. Okay, so that's gonna be it for today. For a couple of days, it's gonna be a little, I guess not weird, but it's gonna be different, let's just say. But that's gonna be it for today's video. Thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all tomorrow.